majesty of your psychic intellect and made you my puppet.
It's a bullseye! And here's your host, Jim Boyd!
Perhaps today is a good day to die. Prepare for running speed!
Sir, there's another starship coming in. It's the Enterprise.
Bone, your shoulder bone connected to you. Neck bone, your neck bone connected to you. Head bone, now hear the word of the Lord. Them bones gonna walk around.
Take a base of action. Green group, skip past the holding sector of each other.
Admiral, we have enemy ships in Sector 47.
It's a trap.
.007 Triple X.
Bond, what do you think you're doing?
Keeping the British end up, sir.
Nobody does.
Sorry if I scared you. You'll like this bit.
Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, indeed. You will indeed like this bit. This bit will go on hour and a half to 2 hours. Maybe more than 2 hours. There's a lot to get through. There is a lot to talk about. I saw the Fantastic Four today and was very, very impressed, right? It's not the greatest movie of all time. It's not even the best Marvel movie. It's the best Marvel movie since the Age of Woke, right? It's the best Marvel movie since before Endgame. Like I know when I do the review, I'll go through it. Wasn't even slightly woke, and that's with the female Silver Surfer, right? Which I think most normie won't have any problem with whatsoever. Comic book fans, obviously will. But in context of that, here's what I try and do to review things fairly. I try to watch them in their own merits, right? Now, does this mean the MCU is saved? No, not at all. But again, that's something we will talk about. Anyway, I've had a bit of a funky day, let me tell you. A day outside of my normal routine. So this morning, it was my nephew, right? My nephew lives about an hour away from me. They had their second child, third child, first child. I don't know. I've just kind of lost track now, right? Because my sister, she has 4 kids. And now this is the 12th one, the 12th grandkid they've had. So there's so many of them. It's like I can't keep up. Anyway, so the circumcision for a boy we do it each day is a big deal in Judaism, right? It's like a big thing, and so we all. So I went down there for it. Normally, it's done in the morning. It depends on what tradition you're from. It's done in the morning, and because the soul is in pain for every minute it's not done, right? After the sun rises. So it's done normally directly after the morning prayer services. And they were at 8:00. I decided to pray at my my local synagogue and then go after that. So we left around 7:30, and we got there bang on time, like 8:45, 9, around there when the thing was starting off. And here's my big impression from it. Right, firstly, I'm expected to be a grandfather in how many months now? We're in August, September, October, November. 5 months till twins come bouncing into the world, which I'm very excited about. So I definitely got a bit teary eyed there. I am a big soft. Frankly, all my sister's kids do as well because they very much take after my father. My father was a big blubber, right? He would cry very, very easily. I think he had a reasonably shitty childhood, and he's very happy for nice things that happened in his life. My father, of blessed memory, passed away. Maybe it's my father dying that started the Age of Woke. He passed away, I think, 2017. After Trump was elected, but just when things started to get real, I think it was early 2017. Right. Yeah, that's probably when the maybe it was my dad's fault. Anyway, my overriding impression of it was firstly how many very little kids there were. Right, again, they're not my nieces, my grandnieces and nephews. There's like 12 of them running around. They're all teeny tiny. They're so cute. Oh, they're all so cute. But more than that, there was just lots of young people in their 20s with strollers and very pregnant, right? There was a lot of pregnancy going on, right? And the feeling I got was like the generations turning, right? I'm one of the old fogies now, right? Look at me, white hair. I'm one of the old people now, which I kind of like, quite frankly. But it's lovely to see. It's lovely to see this continuation, right? It makes you feel. This is going to give you the wrong impression. It makes you feel small. It shows you how small you are, but also how big you are at the same time. Like it puts you part of a century's heritage, stretching backwards and forwards in time, and it's really lovely, right? It's really genuinely lovely. So yeah, although I think my grandkids will be the first Lebetkins. Now I don't know if they're boys, girls, or one each. I'm hoping there's at least one boy because my name is Tzvi, as I'm sure you know. My son's name is Reuven. Right now, I'm called Tzvi because my father is David. Right. His father was also called Reuven. Right. So my grandfather said to my father at my Brit, said, could you call him Tzvi after his grandfather, after his father? So my great grandfather was Tzvi, my grandfather was Reuven, my father was David, and now I'm Tzvi. My son I called my first son I called Reuven. So I'm really hoping he goes for a David, right? I think he's probably going to. He's very traditionally minded. Like so I thought was really, really sweet. Look at that, man, I spilled all this coffee down me. That I thought was really, really sweet was when he got engaged. Before my father died, he wanted to give something of significance to his grandkids, and so he bought very expensive watches, right? Very, very expensive, like $20,000-$30,000 watches for each of them. And in the you can see when he proposes to his now wife, that he for the first time ever he put on that watch. So tradition is something very, very, very important to my son, right? So it was really, really, really nice. So my daughter was there. My wife went off to work in Jerusalem. They're busy moving her office, and she's not happy about that. Anyway, so we left, and it was about 10 in the morning. I looked on my phone and said, Fantastic Four is playing by the time we get back, right to the town near us. And she's off. She's not working. Come on, let's go play hooky. We'll go and see it. Okay, I figure it's kind of like that. So I can review it now. She's like, no way, right? My daughter doesn't do well with the changing of the plan. Not well at all, right? This is not her wheelhouse. Anyway, so I get home, and my normal morning routine, I wasn't able to do. My normal morning routine is I do this study thing called Daf Yomi, and then I review it with a class. I'm not like one day ahead, so then I review it with this class, which I quite like, and I listen to it as I do, basically go around the house doing the housework. And I'm normally done by like 9 o'clock, and then I start work, right? So the house is a wreck. So I spend all morning doing that. Make it downstairs, and then I see somebody has sent me a really good, I would say, screener copy of Fantastic Four. I'm like, well, that works out nicely. So I watched it in the comfort of my home. I would recommend going to the cinema to see it. It's again very impressed, right? But here's the thing: I wish now, in hindsight, I would have convinced my wife to take the day off and take the day off and come and see Fantastic Four with me, because it's all about babies and having babies and comparison and things like which it was a very strong script, by the way, and it really what's the word? I think, yeah, it was a strong script which had parentage going all the way through it, and it wasn't bad. Or genuinely, it wasn't bad at all. Right? I thought it was a good movie. Now, again, when I get to the review, do I think Marvel is safe? No, I don't. They could be, but I don't know. Will Marvel ever go back to its like Halicon days? I don't know. Anyway, let's get to like the non-geeky stuff first, because I got so much of that, and it's just so crazy, right? Like England is in disarray, right? Just in disarray. Like you couldn't even imagine. Oh, you can imagine. You live there most of you, right? It's and you know. The gaslighting is finally broken. It doesn't work anymore. Telling everybody there's like, there's peaceful, they're just innocent migrants here for a better life, fleeing oppression. It doesn't work anymore, right? And so there are genuine people, there are protests going on everywhere, and the government and the establishment is terrified. It's essentially we have the government versus the population. Here, let me show this video. I think again, I don't know the context of this, so this person might be completely wrong, but doesn't look like it to me on this video. Where again, I think it's we're showing this to highlight just how terrible the police are in England now.
Holiday.
Yeah.
Yes, darling.
Now, this is just put it in context if you're not from England. Last week, was it last week? There was a okay, not last week. For the last 18 months, there's been a hotel of illegal immigrants where they put them, for some reason, the British government pays billions of dollars to put them up in hotels, right? It's just so weird. And they're culturally very, 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 very different to the British, right? They do not respect women. Especially if you're not wearing a hijab. They don't respect non-Muslims. They don't respect children. They're all there to be used for their pleasure. And if it hurts them, so much better, because that brings them closer to. It means they don't have to suffer the fires of hell. So I think that's the Islamic worldview of that, right? And people have just had enough already, right? You have these weird Africans walk in, and they're always intimidating everybody around them, right? It's these people are. Frankly, it's terrifying. I don't know. I think the British have had enough, and I think the British have had enough of this style of policing. So here, check this out.
With you.
A conversation or an interrogation, darling?
Conversation initially. Yeah. Obviously, I'd want to do just out of the way, just away from these.
No,
can I film you? Yeah?
No, I want you to be with me all the time. This is my advocate.
I'll film.
Yeah, I want to do it secretly so nobody sees me do this, right? No. And again, thank God for citizen journalists, right? So last week during these epping protests, the police were caught escorting masked extreme left-wing counter-protesters to essentially start violence with the bunch of concerned mothers that were protesting, that didn't want their kids sexually abused or raped or intimidated or terrified or have their bikes stolen or whatever it is, right? And then they were caught bussing them out. Literally, it was in police vans, so they called them buses. All right, the police are clearly working for the government. And then, the chief of that police, of Essex Police, did a press conference. He looked like a deer in the headlight, and he's like saying, "I can't comment." Like, well, how can you not comment? You're literally the chief of police. I wish somebody asked him. He tried to obfuscate that they were bringing in the extreme left-wing, the extreme violent masked left-wing protesters, were saying, there's been reports that we bust them in. No, they arrived on their own volition. Yeah, we know they arrived on their own volition, and then you escorted them in. Lying fucking cunt, right? And then you bust them out, right? Why? Either because the government told you, or I think this is standard operational practice, to bring in extreme left-wing protesters to commit violence, and then they can blame it on far-right fuggery, right? Far-right fuggery. Well, we're going to see some far-left fuggery here from the police.
All of our conversations with you guys. Yeah, thank you very much.
I've not done anything illegal.
Okay. So. The reason I asked that is because I'm going to be asking for some personal details.
No, I'm going to leave.
You don't have to give no personal details.
Yeah, I mean, like, what crime does he suspect that she's committed? Right? He needs to state the crime he suspected that she's committing or committed to place her under arrest, right? But basically, I think he's placing her under arrest to move her out the way, and then she's a mother with a kid in a stroller.
Okay.
Are you going to arrest me?
Yes, you're under arrest.
If you were,
no, you can't arrest her.
Give my details. I've got my
you can't arrest her for what?
Arrest her for not what? Not giving her your name. Excuse me, fucking tithead that you are. You work for her. You're a public servant. She's your boss. Give us your fucking name and number.
She hasn't done anything. I've got it all on camera. I've got it all on camera. Fucking jokers.
She's got a baby with her as well.
You've got a baby with her as well. Wow.
Give her detail.
Wow.
Absolute joke.
Wow. Look at this, guys. Two-tier police in court again. Court again.
Can you put it in my bra? Don't worry if you touch me up. Just put it in.
Two-tier police in court again. And they're being rough with her. Disgusting. It's all on camera, mate. She ain't done anything.
Yeah, please, everybody share this video. People need to see the police do this.
You're wrong. You're inherently wrong in this. It's all on camera. This ain't a good look.
Yeah, what's your name? What's your number, fuckface? Really? Come on, identify yourself to the member of the public.
For left the police force, I'm telling you now, there ain't no common assault.
I've not done anything.
Wow.
I've not done anything, that's fine. I appreciate you're just giving your job, that's fine. You were very rough with me, though. You had
and to ascertain your name and address, okay?
Wow, they just wanted details.
Are you listening? Stop trying to fight us.
No, she has no legal obligation to give you her details. None.
I'm not looking. You look, darling. Look.
Absolute tyrants.
They are tyrants. And you know what they're tyrants? They're fucking terrified. They're fucking terrified because they get the gigs up. That's why they are tyrants, right? Because the gaslighting is up.
Disgusting. Nah, I'm standing here. Don't tell me what to do, man. I'm in public. Don't tell me what
Yeah, nobody see what we're doing. If you're so proud of it, why are you fucking hiding it?
to do. Bullies. You're all disgusting. I'll say how I want to say it, and you ain't going to say nothing about it as well. I'm going to...
She's pregnant. Fuck me, these people are disgusting. She's standing there smoking. I'm like, darling, please. I mean, like, I want to try and defend you.
Absolutely roasted while I'm stood here. You're all disgusting.
You go to my address, please. 75
with a baby like that, grabbing her up like that on camera. How do you think you're going to look on the internet? Do you know how many views I'm going to get on this video, you bunch of clowns?
Oh, I hope you get a few more from this.
Should be ashamed of yourselves.
I wish they were. I wish they were.
Oh, doing that there on camera. Do you know how bad your police force is going to look on my channel now? Well done, guys. Smart move. Maybe a bit of critical thinking wouldn't go amiss with the police force, would it? Look at the optics on this. Do you know how bad this is for you guys, Leicester Police? Yeah. Awful optics for you guys, this is.
Yeah, look, I'm going off on one, but I don't know what's really going on here. It doesn't look like there's a protest. But I mean, look, they're mob-handed taking this woman in. Again, what is she being arrested for?
If I was you, I'd de-arrest her because it's not looking good for you guys.
They probably won't de-arrest her now because then they got egg on their face.
I'm standing proud, mate. Yeah, I'll send this to GB News. I'll send this to everybody. I'll send the whole content to them all. We'll get it to go viral, guys. We'll all share it. In fact, I'll let...
I'm doing my best, mate. I'm doing my best.
Every other creator use it as well, just to make a point.
Yeah, not like you. Thank you very much. I didn't think to ask, frankly, but you're making a good point.
Talk about millions of views and looking like knobs.
Dave Smith, he was the thing he wanted to everything.
Absolutely disgusting. Disgusting people.
I feel really frustrated.
I tell you, it's bad news. Like you can't trust it. And you know why you can't trust the police anymore? Because they went on a this bender in the 2000s. Who was it? There was some racist scandal, and that's how they brought in all the DEI nonsense. But here, look, I mean, it's an example of the gaslighting that the British are living with now, and they're saying no more, right? Absolutely no more. So this is on the Mail Online, Mail, piece of crap as well. Woman 28 gang raped by three Brits. Was bitten all over her body during a 2-hour ordeal in Croatian Beach Hotel. So, you know, who are these ordinary British men with a John Smith maybe Philip Fitzpatrick. Who are they? What are their names? Oh, Ami Arifi, 29, Gizhim Exhafa, 28, and Sokib Shekibi, 24. All right, yes, your average British name, right? Yes, your average British name. And look, here's the thing: we got you. I don't know why. I wish I understood why they're trying to force people who do not have anything close to your culture, right, to live with you, right? I don't understand it. It's insane, right? It's absolutely insane. But here, look, I think this happened this morning. Was it this morning? This was a plane. I think to Scott, right? He's like, I'm gonna bomb the plane.
I'm going to bomb the plane. Death to America, death to Trump. Allah Akbar! Allah Akbar! Allah Akbar!
Yeah, dude, that's a really bad idea.
Allah Akbar! Allah Akbar!
Oh my God.
Wondering if that guy's going to jail though. I mean, the guy subdued him. Don't move. I would listen to that guy. And then the BBC, if I can find the clip. 1 second. BBC. The BBC did an expose. So they went to well, I think this is it. Yeah, they went to a very Muslim area to show how well the Muslims really are integrating. They're not different, right? They have exactly the same culture, and it backfired massively. Check this out. This is hilarious. I got to download it, but it is funny. Hang on. Here we go.
Tried asking people here what it means to be British. What does being British mean to you?
I don't understand English.
Look at that. I don't understand English. We don't understand you. I'm like, what the fuck? That's not your typical barmaid now, is it? Right? When you think of English Rose, you don't normally go for that. Meanwhile, in America, Dan Bongino released this yesterday, and it's kind of crazy. People are asking what's going on with the Epstein files and things like that. And weirdly enough, they did start releasing them, and then the main Democrat, Chuck Schumer, started freaking out. Like, no, like they made a big deal of it when they thought it wasn't going to be released. So, Dan Bongino said, during my tenure here as the Deputy Director of the FBI, I've repeatedly relayed to you that things are happening that might not be immediately visible, but things that are happening might not be immediately visible are happening. The Director and I are committed to stamping out public corruption and the political weaponization of both law enforcement and the intelligence operations. It is a priority for us, but what I have learned in the course of our properly predicated and necessary investigations into these aforementioned matters has shook me to the core. Like, that's not a good night. Like, it's way worse than you thought. We cannot run a republic like this. I'll never be the same after what I've learned. Right? That's not really good. That's not a good sign. All right, that's not a good sign. But actually, honestly, I think this. If you take a step back, I think things are good right now. I really genuinely do. Look, the woke is collapsing, right? And for me, I think that means Satan is collapsing. I think woke entertainment is one of the main forms of power that I call it the Satan has, right? And that's how I view the world in these ethereal forces. And look, there's no logical reason that the Kobo show stayed on air, right? No wonder it was cancelled. The left show was called The Late Show. Hosted 176 leftists and one person from the Republicans. Dem approval rate at a 35-year low. Yeah, just like in England, every hates and for good bloody reason, right? For good reason. What's that thing? Was it? 1 second. Bob Geldof, we're going to get to him in a minute. Oh, yeah. Now, at the same time, here, it's over here, I think. Hang on, is it? It's honest reporting, I think. So at the same time, we've had this going on. This, again, very, very, very traditional form of anti-Semitism. What is the most traditional form of anti-Semitism? Lying through your teeth about Jews, saying Jews are doing evil, reprehensible things. Let's get them because it's just what we have to do because they're so evil, right? So the latest version, that used to be, say, we use Christian baby blood as a part of our religious practice. Right. So now there's this thing that Israel is starving Gaza. What's really going on is the UN working with Hamas. They've had tons and tons and tons and tons of aid, and they're not distributing. Anyway, they want to show you how bad it is in Gaza. You know this picture they use? This was from the New York Post. It was taken on July 22nd by a photographer from Turkey's state-run Anadolu agency. The photo shows a skeletal child, Mohammed Zakaria Anim al-Matog, right? Cradle of Now, you're supposed to think that he's so emaciated because he's starving. At first glance, it looked like trying to stop starvation in Gaza. No, he actually has a bone disease, right? And again, this is how they're gaslighting you. Relentlessly, constantly. It's crazy. But, you know, if you are a moronic lefty, you will believe it wholeheartedly. And for evidence, let me present you a moronic lefty.
Happened to the Israeli people.
Nothing fucking happened to the Israeli people other than we're being lied about and dumb fucks like you are swallowing every fucking word. Yeah, I'm like, you're so convinced that we're starving the Gazans out of pure cruelty. No, Hamas is doing that, if anybody is doing that, right? It's like you're such a fuckwit. And there's no difference between you and any of the pitchfork-wielding morons in 1873 chasing Jews out of their town for using Christian baby blood. What's happened to the Jews? Why are they so evil? We never seen them be evil, but we heard it, so they must be true.
They allowed themselves to be so debased. How have they become so inured?
Okay, you're debased, you dumb cunt. You're the debased one. You're immured with racism, frankly.
To pain and suffering. How have they...
Look, I just want to point this out again. I say this over and over again. No country in the world ever in the history of combat has gone to more lengths to protect civilian lives, which might be why that you will kill a lot more civilians than us, right? In combat, you normally, if you're in England, you're America, you normally kill between 4 and 8 civilians for every enemy combatant, where we kill, I think, 1.2. You know, we're doing pretty darn good. In fact, we're doing far better than you. We're doing better than the Irish. We're doing better than anyone else. And you stand there and lecture us. Fuck you.
Become oblivious to their own horrific past.
No, we're not oblivious to it. We're very fucking aware of it, right? But we are oblivious to things that don't exist, like our abuse and, what's the word? Persecution of the Gazans. That's not happening. I mean, they're getting their asses kicked, but in my mind, they're being treated way too well.
And these images, which remind you of...
You know, I wish we could just cut things off so they just couldn't function whatsoever, that Hamas couldn't function whatsoever, right? But no, if anybody else was fighting this war, the Americans, they would cut off all food and water to Gaza in a second, and no one would say it in peep.
Their own horrific past. And the only possible, their government is clearly out of control, and their army probably as well. And so...
how are we out of control? Again. Okay, you're going to hear... Okay, I'm going to let him go, and then you're going to hear reality in a minute.
The only possible way to stop this is for the Israeli people, though they are watching heavily censored news and heavily censored social feeds.
Okay, no, we're not, you dumb fuck. Why are you saying that? Heavily censored social feeds. Excuse me, freedom of speech is much healthier here in Israel than it is in England. Much fucking healthier. Are you out your fucking mind? You know absolutely nothing of what you're talking about. And again, I don't give two shits if you know you're a racist cunt. You are a racist cunt. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. See, that's how bad I got.
To equally rise up in disgust as the rest of the world is.
Yeah, the rest of us are rising up in disgust because you're believing blatant lies about us. And the reason they want you to rise up in disgust is because it's their only way of winning. And it's working because you're a dumb fucking cunt.
And I fear that until they do, there's very little we can do.
I feel until they agree with us completely and start lying with us, you know, we're just going to have to hate Jews everywhere.
Against the alliance between Netanyahu and the Trump government. But I'm not...
Oh, yeah, he's probably... I mean, like, lefties, they have this insane delusion that Trump is unpopular. No. Trump is failing. Again, if you want to see the delusions of the lefties, watch South Park, right? Which I really wouldn't recommend. It's sad. It's somewhat pathetic, right? But you see through their eyes how they view the world, right? They are. It's not like the first Trump presidency when we must resist. No, this is a defeated people crying into their own cornflakes.
Sure that the world can continue to look at those images for much longer.
That's why they make the images. Again, 1 second. Let's just go back to this again. Now, is this a manufactured image to make you think Jews are cruel and starving poor baby Palestinians? Yes, it is, isn't it? Yes, it is. Nothing to do with Gaza where you go, the evil Israelis. Oh, they're so inhuman. Oh!
Something necessary happening, whether that is...
Should you put us all in camps? Is that your idea, Bob? Should we get camps for all the evil Jews so, you know, all you good Aryan people could be live in peace and harmony? Is that your plan, is it? Give that a go. See how that goes down for you, mate. Hey, listen, here's the thing. We told you many, many times. Never again means never fucking again. We're not going to let you murder us. Never fucking again. And if we got to destroy, including ourselves, all life on planet Earth to achieve that goal, that's what's going to happen. It's probably better for you not to try and kill us, right? It's probably better for everybody for you not to try and kill us. Get that through your thick Irish fucking head.
Collectively, the European Union or...
You know, Bob Geldof right now has made me happy that Ireland is being subsumed by African Muslims who, like, want to destroy the country. Yeah, then I think about no. I go, no, I don't want Ireland destroyed.
The rest of the world just park ships outside their waters and regardless of the danger, go and take care of these panicked, exhausted, tormented...
Oh, yeah, regardless of the danger, we'll fucking kill all of you. Park your ships. Park your fucking ships. You give it a go, you cunt. Come on, I dare you. I double fucking dare you. Park your ships and go and help these poor people. Park your ships and see what happens.
Tormented women and their dying children. It is a despicable disgrace. And for the Israeli people...
Bob, you are a despicable disgrace, right? I can totally see why your wife divorced you. Because you're a moron cunt.
To allow this...
Although she was probably a bit of a slapper as well.
...in their name is a despicable disgrace.
Okay, you are a despicable disgrace. Now let's hear from the side of reality, shall we? You know, reality. That thing that you people are so disinterested in as you thump your chest and say how terrible evil Jews are. We should line them up and put them in camp. I know you think that. I know you think that, Bob. Yeah, here's what's really going on.
No, Israel, since this war began, has supplied over 94,000 truckloads full.
I mean, this is from this morning. 94,000 truckloads
of food. It's enough food to feed 2 million people for 2 years. Trying to get that into Gaza.
Run that through your head. We've sent them enough food to feed 2 million people for 2 years, right? and where the bad guys have. Oh, where to speak? Well, we should send them. There's only 2 million people there, right? Even though you said there's a genocide going on, so you would have thought there'd be a lot less now. But weird. This is the only genocide where the population doesn't decrease. Well, that's so strange, isn't it?
But Hamas has stolen the food. A huge amount. In fact, in 2024, the numbers are that Hamas profited over $500 million in stolen food aid that was supposed to go to these poor people who needed it. That's half of their budget. So this is a broken system. The UN needs to work with Israel to make sure that the food is...
UN's the one not distributing the food.
Getting to the people that need it most. The IDF, I'm told as recently as this morning, will begin tomorrow in opening new channels of distribution to get it to those people who are desperate.
Yeah, I believe they did an airdrop today. See if I can find it. Right, and which is probably the thing is you want to get it to the people before it gets to Hamas, right? I mean that's really the most. See if we can find the airdrop pictures. Hang on. I just saw that earlier. Is this it? Oh yeah, hang on. Oh, this is Jordan's army. Maybe this is the Jordanian army. Either way, oh no, this isn't the bit. Let me see if I can find it. I'll search for Gaza airdrop. That should come up pretty easily. Oh, here it is. Yeah, so this was the Jordanians. But again, it's done in cooperation with the Israelis because it's in Israeli territory, right? There's no way Jordanian planes are flying over Israeli territory with Israel going, what's going on? So again, listen, if you can get to the people without it getting to Hamas, great, right? Fan-freaking-tastic.
Indeed, that's Israel's intention, that's the U.S.'s intention, and the UN as well.
Okay, 1 second. Yeah, I'll just show you that airdrop. Doink. I mean, I guess we can drop it on civilian air. What civilian air is that? The thing is, Hamas has to scramble when they see these to go and get everything. Is there enough time? To get it? I don't know. Yeah, maybe they should just surrender and give back the hostages. Does that seem logical to you? That certainly seems logical to me. I don't know. Logic and reason, right? Things in short supply in today's world, sadly. Things in very, very short supply. Fine. Let us get the chat, ladies and gentlemen. And then we'll get to the geeky stuff. There we go. Man, I had trouble for the last couple of days. I've had trouble animating the thumbnails. They only get good if they're essentially from the waist up, right? So this one was a real pain to. I actually had to do this in 2 animations, right? Woke is dead, baby. So it turns out Fantastic Four movie is pretty good. Actually, it really was. I was very impressed with it. Doctor Who bought Brainless BBC Blundering, and there's so much Brainless BBC Blundering. You would have thought there can't be enough Brainless BBC Blundering. No. And Star Trek, a lot going on in front of it. Yeah, it's a bit cringe, but we will watch it. Is Woke dead? I don't know. I think it's certainly very nearly dead in terms of Star Trek. One can only hope, right? One can only hope. Fine, with that, ladies and let's get the chat. Darren M is here. Darren M, thank you for joining us. Isn't book arrived late? No, you're back on time. Right, you were here right at the beginning. I was just babbling at the time, which is kind of what I do all the time. David is a great name. I kind of like it too. Catherine Fee is here. That was Archie Collin. Catherine Fee is here. Rabbi takes wife to the film about having children. Wifey gets a message. Rabbi suddenly is no. We're very happy to be in the grandparent phase, right? I do not want kids. My daughter, my younger daughter, that's crazy. She's in the middle of buying a caravan, a trailer caravan because she wants to live in it, right? And it's like, it kind of works out because it's cheaper than rent. And she goes, if she lives in it for 18 months, she's saved a ton of money, right? And she's very excited about it. But I'm like, This sounds awful. But yeah, so she's been living with off and on. She's coming back tomorrow, and she's got her dog Lola with her, who is much younger, right, than our dog Daisy, who's just like, we've had a heat wave here. I haven't been able to walk for the last couple of days. It's just been too hot, right? The young energy of Lola in the house is just too much for me, right? I love Lola. Lola's really, really fun. She's such a cute little doggy. But like, oy vey. Pals AI Radio is here, doing Pals AI Radio. Thank you for joining us. Cross Godwin is here. Police aren't trained, they're indoctrinated. That's exactly correct, right? That's exactly what's going on. Police dropped off a peeping Tom in front of my living room window. Really? Well, I guess that's just weird. I mean, that's convenient, I suppose, for the peeping Tom. It was very hot. This man was dropped off in front of my door wearing a jacket, and he was not sweated up. Yeah, okay. That's just weird, right? As noted, only one scientist seems to be wearing masks and have mass-produced signs and get police escort. Yes, maybe they're in cahoots with the government. Oh, no, there's that crazy talk. Where are we up to? Jonathan Cox is here. Jonathan Cox. There's a Stephen Brownlow. Bring protesters into peaceful public demonstrations. They get no reaction from the local demonstrations, and the left are after 45 minutes. Epping was a great victory. Epping was a great victory in many ways, in that the local people found out the power that they have. Right, the power they have is a lot more than they thought. And I think Starmer is too terrified to go on a campaign of locking people up again, like he did last year. Like Starmer's just shitting himself in every way. David Butler says, Bob, with expertise. David Butler says, with your expertise, please tell me why the Palestinian government is completely invisible. Oh, it's the Israelis. It's the Jews. The Jews did it. Right. Absolutely. You can explain why the Palestinian government doesn't face the media today, because the evil Jews, we don't let them. I guarantee you that will be his answer, right? 100%. Why the Palestinian government? Don't let me just read that one more second. Is there anything Palestinian says shows you that you wouldn't believe or question? No, absolutely. In fact, what I do now, right? Like when I see like these talking head shows like Piers Morgan or whatever, when they very disingenuously frame the question like, so how do you support the mass starvation of hundreds of thousands of children? Right? They always like get these gotcha questions. This is the way to answer the question, right? So you look directly in the camera and say, let's say I'm on Piers Morgan, right? Piers, get in contact. I'm happy to come on. Let's say I'm on Piers Morgan and said, Piers, not only do I support the that action, I support the Israeli army's action to recruit Freddy Krueger and Jason Voorhees, and they have gone on a murder campaign, slitting their throats and taking their heads off. Oh, yes, mainly children. And I also support the Israeli Air Force when they carpet bomb Gaza with nuclear weapons. Just completely, right? Complete genocide, killed everyone. I mean, they got better, obviously. But, I completely support that. And at that time, when they cut up, they go and find innocent Palestinians and they cut them up and they cook them in a wok. Then they eat them. Yeah, I completely support that. Just go the most ridiculous thing possible. There is no question of the news coming out of Palestine, unfortunately. We left them greenhouses and they burned it down. I know. That is so true. Oh, what can you do? Look, but again, generally speaking, right? If you look at the trends of the world, we are heading towards good, right? That's what South Park was really crying about. They were so mad that people were being openly Christian, right? They kept mocking, who was it? Trump, obviously, but everybody around Trump. Who was the press secretary? What's her name? Caroline Levitt, I think. And she often wears a cross very, very, very prominently. So Marco Rubio, I love Marco Rubio, by the way, had like a ash cross on his head, on his forehead. Him and who else was it? Pete Hegseth on Palm Sunday. I'm like, oh man, yes. Don't be afraid to show your religion. Don't be afraid to show your beliefs. And they hate that. That's one of the things they pointed out. They absolutely hate that. But again, they're the voice of the defeated wokers. Now, woke is dead, right? There are certainly woke things that have been announced to come out from Star Trek. We're going to go over that soon. It's I think there's a reasonable chance that Starfleet Academy gets back gold, right? That the Skydance says this is just going to hurt the brand, and when we look at the trailer, you're going to go, yes, that's going to hurt the brand, right? What when I'm going to, but Fantastic Four. Let me grab a poster for it. 1 second. Fantastic Four. Again, I have to tell you. No, I'm going to get the poster first, because that way, when I cut this out to do to post a review of it, I can easily find it by the poster. Fantastic Four poster. Fantastic Four. And I ranked on the music, and I tell you, I've really enjoyed it. It was really. There we go. There we go. I think that's a pretty good picture. That's a pretty good poster. Although, of course, it doesn't download. Really, come here, come to daddy. Oh, we'll do that. Save picture, image as saved. Doink. There you go. Now, again, before this came out, I ranked on it a lot. I'm talking about before I got the poster up. Look at me. There you go. Doink. I can't even follow my own bloody rules. Oh, wait, doink. Fantastic Four. Now, okay, I ranked on this a lot. I saw very little possibility that this wouldn't be woke shit. I had assumed that Vanessa Kirby, Sue Storm, was going to be the team leader. Pedro Pascal, who I am sick of, as is everybody else. We're all sick of Pedro Pascal. Was going to be a beta male, not the leader. And it's just going to be lots of dunking on people, right? Dunking on white men. Not that at all. I tell you, not that at all. So Pedro Pascal and the female Silver Surfer. I even think going for the female Silver Surfer. How can I explain it? If you're not a big comic book fan, in terms of scripting, it was a very, very valid scripting choice, right? It made sense in terms of the themes of the story that they were telling, right? And the story is this one essentially of parenting, becoming a parent. And that was a very strong theme going all the way through of parenting, right? Which I think is a generally good idea. Now, here's the thing, though. Does this non-woke, rather entertaining movie signal that the MCU is saved? I doubt it, right? I don't know if the MCU can be saved. I genuinely, I don't know. Here, let's pull up a Marvel Cinematic Universe. Let's pull up a list of the movies and try and work out how long. This is the best movie for a long time, but I'm trying to work out how long it's been. Hang on, we'll do remove. Because again, it's not the best Marvel movie of all time. I mean, by a long way, right? By a long way. Let's share screen. There we go. Doink. So, I just want a list of the movies. Just get me to the list of the movies. Short films, feature films. Okay, so we had Phase 1. Okay, Phase 1 actually started with The Incredible Hulk. Didn't Incredible Hulk come out before Iron Man? Yeah, now people didn't realize The Incredible Hulk was part of the MCU. That was the one with, what's his name in it? Which I quite liked. It was, did we see, who's the star of it? Actually, I haven't seen him for a long time. What's his name? Starring Edward Norton. I haven't seen him for ages. What's the last thing Edward Norton's done? Let me get filmography. I'm sorry to go on this tangent, but I just realized I haven't seen him for ages. Incredible Hulk. So he limited roles in voice acting for a while, and then he returned to the mainstream. He's in Knives Out. Bad idea. Anyway, let's go back to the Marvel movies, right? Incredible Hulk. So Incredible Hulk, I mean, this movie was better than Incredible Hulk. Wasn't better than Iron Man. I don't know. I think it wasn't better than Thor. Wasn't better than Captain America. It was about at a par of it was better than Iron Man 2. I was going to say it's at par with Iron Man. No, it's actually better than Iron Man 2. It wasn't better than the Avengers. It was about on a par with Iron Man 3. It was better than Thor Dark World. Wasn't better than Winter Soldier. Wasn't better than Guardians of the Galaxy. Was better than Age of Ultron. Slightly better than Ant-Man, but Civil War was better than it. Doctor Strange was way better. Guardians Volume 2 was... Even though I liked it a lot, I think it was about on a par with it. Spider-Man Homecoming was better. Thor Ragnarok was worse. Black Panther was better. I think Black Panther was better than Fantastic Four. Infinity War, Ant-Man and Wasp. No. Okay, so it's the... Wow. Okay. I would say it's the best Marvel movie since Black Panther. But let's see if there's anything watchable. So it's way better than Infinity War, way better than Ant-Man was, way better than Captain Marvel, obviously, way better than Endgame. And Spider-Man Far From Home isn't really a MCU movie. So, Black Widow is better than Black Widow, better than Shang-Chi, obviously, better than Eternals, better than Spider-Man No Way Home, better than Multiverse of Madness, Doctor Strange, better than Thor Love and Thunder, better than Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, better than Ant-Man and Wasp: Quantumania, it was better than Guardians Volume 3. Way better than Marvel's. Deadpool and Wolverine, I don't really consider that a Marvel movie, though, right? An MCU movie. Way better than Captain America. I haven't seen Thunderbolts. But I will actually see that when it comes out on Disney Plus now, right? And so the next movies they got are, Fantastic Four. So it's been the best movie in minimally 7 years. Right, going back before the Age of Woe. I think it's the best movie since Black Panther. Right, honestly, I really thought Black Panther was a good movie. Right, and and I didn't really even find it that woke. What made Black Panther interesting? It was essentially the debate between Malcolm X and Martin Luther King, which I thought was really clever. There's a lot I liked about that Black Panther movie. Right, Pedro Pascal, Oscar, he's he's just everybody's sick of him. He was very good. He was I want to say well cast. He wasn't badly cast in this movie, right? Vanessa Kirby was fantastic. She's fantastic in everything. She is such a powerhouse actress, right? She's because it starts off, and you can this is how you can see that she's a real powerhouse actress. It starts off, she's on the loop, right? She's having a. You think she's having a pee while Mr. Fantastic's looking for iodine, I think, right? And you can tell by just her expression that she's doing a pregnancy test and she's finding out that she's pregnant. And it's a very subtle and very authentic performance. And that carries on all the way through the movie, right? So the movie is set on an alternate Earth, 838, I think, which essentially is 2025, but everything looks like the 1960s, and I think the world looks much better for it. So Pedro Pascal was excellent in it. I don't want to tell you he was good, right? I don't want to tell you he was good, but he was. I'm not going to lie to you. He did his job, and he did it well, right? He didn't distract me by being Pedro Pascal, which I thought was very good. He seemed to really fall into the character of Mr. Fantastic, right? Would I prefer John Krasinski? Is that his name? The guy who played him in Multiverse? Yes, obviously. But he was good. He was genuinely good. Ben Grimm, fantastic. Now, last time I saw the actor who played Ben Grimm, he was in a couple of episodes of Andor. He was very, very good in that, right? This is one of the best, I think, best and most comic book accurate representations of Ben Grimm and the Fantastic Four, for that matter. It's and then you got Johnny Storm. Johnny Storm in the other Fantastic Four movies has always been a real dick and something you haven't really been able to relate to. Here it's not, right? So it opens up with the news that Sue Storm is pregnant, right? And you see Ben right at the beginning. You get all this an info drop by Mark Gatiss, for some reason, being an American talk show host, introducing a special about the Fantastic Four and basically setting up the world, saying how beloved they are, and they're Earth's heroes. They've been around for 4 years, and they're genuinely beloved. But you see, Johnny Storm and Ben Grimm just so excited that Sue Storm's having a baby, right? It's lovely, and so for me, coming out of if you weren't here at the beginning. And this is just I cut this out to post this review. I went to a Brit Milah this morning, which is when an 8-year-old Jewish boy is circumcised, right? It's a very nice, well, not for the kid, obviously, but it's a very nice, family event, right? And I was just blown away about all the little kids that were there that are my nieces and nephews, grandnieces and nephews now. It's just lovely. It's lovely seeing the generations turn, right? And this kept with that same theme. The performances are excellent. The characterization is excellent, right? They all get something to do, and they all have good three-dimensional stories. Maybe Reed Richards is the least well served of all of them, but only marginally. The little robot there is fantastic. Right, so early on in the movie, Silver Surfer shows up, and it's a female Silver Surfer. I'll be honest with you. It didn't really bother me at all in terms of telling a story. It didn't feel like it was like they're giving you the finger, because again, the central theme of this is about parenting and becoming a parent, and the bond between parent, especially mother and child, right? And that's really where the denouement comes from. Archer Collins says, someone saw, I saw somebody mention the Rorschach test earlier, and it occurred to me that this phrase could apply to both Superman and Fantastic Four. Two people see different things. Well, that's always true. I mean, like we see that in the world today. Here's the thing. I think the question is, do you want to hold on to your prejudices, or do you want to try and let go of them and be honest and open, right? I prefer to let go of them, be honest and open. And I'll be completely frank. I wanted this movie to fail. I wanted not to like it. I wanted it to be woke shit. So I go, see, no, kiss, I'm right? Yeah, that's what I wanted, right? That didn't happen. And I'm not going to lie to you. I never lied to you. That's kind of the core of my brand, I guess, right? The aesthetic is fantastic. The space scenes are breathtaking. I would love Jack Kirby to be able to see this. I think Thor did an excellent job of translating Jack Kirby's art into reality. And I think this is as good as that, right? The cosmic stuff, it really, 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 really worked. So anyway, so Silver Surfer shows up, and they go off into space to negotiate to meet Galactus, and again, all this stuff is fantastic, right? Absolutely fantastic. By the way, the runtime also good, worth noting. A lean and mean hour and 45 minutes, right? And it made it tick over much quicker, right? I genuinely, by the way, I love Superman. This was a better movie in my opinion, right? And I wanted Superman to do better than this, right? I wanted to like Superman better. I got to be honest with you. Right, the story is cohesive and it works well. Oh, this is not a spoiler because it's been in the trailers. So Galactus wants. Sue Storm's heavily pregnant when they go up to meet Galactus, and so Galactus wants her baby, right? And that's really the dramatic thrust of the movie, right? Firstly, yeah, people of Earth going, just give him the kid, otherwise he's going to eat the whole world, right? And she's very good at being a diplomat, right? And I think that really fills out the role very, very well, right? I think it develops her into being a three-dimensional, modern, believable female character, right? Which without like derailing the source material. Like early on when they're recapping everything, they had a battle with the Mole Man, and they later 5 minutes later, she's the one who negotiates a peace with the Subterranea, right? And that becomes a major plot point towards the end of the movie. So the rest of the movie is trying to work out how to deal with Galactus and what to, and it looks desperate. Looks like they don't have a hope, right? I didn't see where the end was coming. I thought it surprised me. It entertained me, elated me. I liked the characters, which I haven't done in a Marvel movie for a long time. But yeah, that's something. Okay, let's go back for a second. Brave and Captain America. Brave, no, didn't really like the characters. Marvel's absolutely not. Guardians of the Galaxy 3 I thought was good, but I didn't like the villain. It was all about vivisection with Rocket Raccoon. It was too hardcore for me. Genuinely, it wasn't fun enough. It was just depressing. I really found this not depressing, disturbing. Right? Ant-Man and Wasp. No, there hasn't been a characters as well fleshed out since I would say Civil War, right? Civil War or Black Panther, around the. I mean, man, I really wish that they just went straight from Spider-Man Far From Home. If this movie came out in 2021, it would have the MCU wouldn't have died. Now here's the thing though. What made the MCU so strong was they had a run of very strong movies. Again, you had Iron Man, which everybody loved. Iron Man 2, people didn't love as much, but they did like it. Thor, everybody loved, and Captain America, First Avenger, everybody loved, then the Avengers. Right, and that was over a period of 4 years. 4 years they delivered 1, 2, 3, 4. Over 4 years they delivered 5 big crowd-pleasing movies, and they basically coasted on that ever since. If they can deliver that again, will the MCU be safe? I don't know. I don't know if people would trust them ever to go back. Right, I didn't. Right, I got a screener. That's why. Although I would have seen it this morning if my daughter said, "Let's go." Right. But yeah, look, I mean, again, not woke in the slightest, and you had another subplot of a relationship, not necessarily a sexual relationship, but some kind of relationship between Johnny Storm and Silver Surfer, which I think also worked very well. The ending, while what some could say is somewhat reminiscent of the Last Jedi, which was awful. Was done well here. And I think, generally speaking, everything worked, right? Everything worked. Galactus was fantastic. What's the name of the actor who plays it? It was like this English Northern actor, right? I think Galactus. Do we have a cast list here? Hang on. There's a Kirby, Eben Moss, Bacharach. Oh, but that's the other thing. You really got into Ben Grimm's character, and not like his sadness, right? But more his love of life, his love of children, right? I really think that, yeah, and I think it was generally quite lovely. Julie Garner's Silver Surfer. Mark Cactus. I'm looking at the cast list. Where's Galactus? Ralph Innocent as Galactus, right? Freaking awesome. And one of the only times I've seen a giant kaiju which scared me, right? And that's the thing. It was generally scary in a lot of ways. You don't see much of Reed Richards' very expensive, fantastic abilities, right? I don't have that anymore. There was a very funny Norm Macdonald sketch where it's like, it's the first meeting of the Fantastic Four, is giving everybody their names, and you, Ben, are a giant thing of a man. You will be the Thing. I said, oh, that's very good. And Johnny Storm, you're a man who can turn himself into a flaming torch, so we're going to call you the Human Torch. Very good. And Sue Storm, you're a woman who can make herself invisible. You will be the Invisible Woman, right? And then he gets his name. And my name, of course, will be Mr. Fantastic. I'm like, wait, what? Shouldn't you be like stretchy rubber guy? Anyway, so you don't see much of his powers. But that you see is very good. But again, it's the dramatic push of parenting, or being a parent, the bond between parent and child, specifically mother and child, which is repeatedly saves the day in the final reel, and that's why one of the things like it had something to say, right? It wasn't just like, oh look, big superhero, but it actually had a narrative arc and a narrative message that wasn't white man bad for once, and a narrative message that was delivered well in a strong script with good actors, good characterization. Even the robot was good, right? I love that robot. Even the robot was good. Great villain, good action, very entertaining. So for me, a really edifying cinematic experience. So I think that was really great. So I'm and you know, having this and Superman not be woke and both be good I think is just a good thing. I really do. I think that's a very good thing. Anyway, should we look at some? Maybe we'll look at Doctor Who stuff next before we get into Star Trek. That might be a way to go. Peacemaker. We got the Peacemaker thing to look at as well. Will we get to that? I don't know. Hang on. What's that one? So again, let me line up these tabs. What's this? No, not that one. Not that one. Man, I got a lot of Star Trek. More Star Trek. Where is it? Oh, yeah. So, yeah, let's look at this for a few minutes. This is just crazy talk. Ralph Emerson, yeah, he was really good. Archie Collins says, one of the few commentators I have mentioned that the third act seemed to have been rewritten. Did you get that? No, I didn't get that impression at all. The third act seemed to be set up in the first act, right? Again, the third act was the third act was the denouement of the plot points that was set up in the first act. So I didn't get that at all. Maybe it was, right? Maybe it was. I do not know. But yeah, listen, I just think woke is over. I really, really do. I just don't. I mean, that when we see Star Trek, you're gonna see woke is alive and kicking. But I don't know. You gotta put a lot of this down to corporate malfeasance, and there's a lot of that, right? There's a lot of corporate malfeasance going on. Where we have to fine. Let's start over here. I mean, yeah. I mean, look, when I say corporate, right, just stupidity, corporate stupidity. So let's see what Varada Sith has to say over here. Varada Sith says criticism of the controversial Dr. Exit was a bit unfair. No, it wasn't unfair at all. Your character was massacred, right? Absolutely butchered. That felt like a complete rewrite midway through, which it almost certainly was, because, you know, Ralph C. Davis, when he wrote all this back in, when was it? 2022, he thought this was the dog's bollocks. Everybody's gonna love queer Doctor Who with what's his name? Ncuti Gatwa. Right, everyone's just gonna adore queer Doctor Who. More queer Doctor Who, please. Yes, please. Oh, we love queer Doctor Who. It's the bestest ever. Nobody liked it, right? But again, the whole arc of the season, what they kept saying was, get Belinda home. Get Belinda home. And then they never got Belinda home. They just fundamentally changed Belinda so she was a single mother in a very expensive house for some reason. With this 6, 8-year-old kid who they're treating like he's a newborn. It's just really weird. Man, again, I keep going back to Fantastic Four. I love how much that Ben Grimm and Johnny Storm just adored their the baby, right? Sue Storm and Reed Richards' baby. I thought it was lovely, right? Fine. So when the final episode of the season runs Doctor Who companion Belinda Ed back in May, it left some fan asking, was that really the ending the character's up? No, that character was screwed over. After just 8 episodes, Belinda was wrapped up in a rapid time rewrite that placed her in a quiet domestic life, raising baby Poppy. That was a far cry from the character's beginnings, right? And it wasn't like she was set up like longing to be a mother raising a kid. No, she that never even occurred to her. Now, in a recent episode of Chiming In, Francis has addressed the exit head on and said, I feel like the majority, it was, again, so much love. Really? It was, yeah. Let's see what a year's worth of difference makes, right? And this really is very, 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 very telling. Where was this? This is the wrong thing. Hello, there you go. Hang on. This was Doctor Who from at San Diego Comic Con in This must be 2023 before the episodes had aired, right? It must be before the episodes were aired because here, have a look and see if you can work out why.
It's so beautiful to be able to celebrate our show with the fans, the people that make it what it is.
Russell T. Davies.
Yeah, notice that they don't show up now.
Talented Millie Gibson, everybody.
Oh, she can show up anytime she likes.
Please give it up for Shooty Godlong, everybody.
Yeah, they're cheering for him. They must not have seen his episodes yet.
My mind was absolutely blown. I love all the spoilers, especially they're gonna have more musical numbers. I can't get it.
Yeah, dude, you like that he's black and you're black. That was it. Let's not pretend anything else, right? You like that Shooty's black and you're black, and you might both be gay. I don't know.
Fans that made these bracelets, thank you so much.
Yeah, fans are very loving before they saw how shit you were.
So much love in this room, and great to be here.
Yeah, so much love in the room, and now we're nowhere to be seen ever again.
At Hall H at Comic-Con San Diego.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
We just have Shooty and Millie and Russell T. Davies for Doctor Who. Wow!
Yeah. You see, this is why this woman is very bad news, right? Assuming it's a woman, is very bad news because they make Russell T. Davies think there's actually an audience for their woke shit. And there isn't. There isn't. There wasn't. There isn't. There's not a new audience there. No. These are, generally speaking, maladjusted weirdos, right? That hate anybody not like them.
Davies for Doctor Who. Wow.
Does anybody want a selfie maybe with this group? Should we do a selfie, Russell?
No. I can't help but laugh at Faris. Right, not because he's in a wheelchair, obviously, but because he's like really embedded in this era of Doctor Who. He got to appear in an episode. Did you actually see him in it? I don't know. And it turned out to be the shittest, most destructive episode of Doctor Who of all time that literally everybody hates.
Well, just the right amount of spoilers that we really, really needed and teased.
Yeah, Doctor Who's gonna be super queer and love to suck dick. Yeah.
And it just fed us. You know, Doctor Who is so important.
Yes, it fed us, and then it was cancelled. You fuckwit.
And so it was amazing to be here and see that in person.
Let me guess. Are you queer by any perchance? I guess you think you are. I mean, like, if you're not gay, you might well just be an ally, right? Anyway, yeah. But she acknowledged that not all fan reactions were celebrated. The reactions that always make me laugh is a bit unfair. I think the writing was beautiful. How do you think that writing was beautiful? Like, genuinely. Like your character was just, like, completely pissed on. You had no resolution. How on earth did you think that character was beautiful? That writing was beautiful. The silent way was perfect. No, it wasn't. I cannot think of a better way from completing that circle. No, it wasn't a circle. It was a weird, timey-wimey, wibbly-wobbly line. It wasn't a circle at all. You didn't end up back in anything, vaguely that you could recognize. But it's always like, oh, I can't believe we won't get to see Belinda. It's frustration that comes from people loving Belinda. So, darling, they love that you're very, very hot. Okay? Belinda was okay, was an okay character, but you're very hot, right? That's why. I can't believe I don't get any more. Rather than ruled out a Doctor Who return, I would love to go back if they'll have me, but it's all wrapped up now. Rusty Davis left it as the door's always open. So sounds like she would do Big Finish. Doesn't sound like I doubt Shooty's ever going to do Big Finish. Circuit Breaker. Okay, let's see if we can read that on Bleeding Cool. Because, again, I talked about this last night, and the intensity of the stupidity around this staggers my mind. Like, why can't they just hire people in fandom to give them their their thoughts, right? Honestly, go to YouTube, and don't go to the YouTubers you like, right? Go to YouTube. Go to people like me. Go to Dan. Go across them all. Go to Faris, right? Go to the gamut of Doctor Who commenters, and there's a lot of us, right? But get every side of the aisle, right? And have them say, well, what do you think of a transmedia event with the Joe Martin Doctor? Would you buy it? No. Then no one's going to buy one part of this, right? It is the dumbest shit I can possibly imagine. I think the next 18 months will be quiet on the Doctor Who front. Well, probably not, actually. But I don't think there'll be any Doctor Who being made. Well, the series' future uncertain. I mean, it's been cancelled. Yeah. It's not uncertain. It's certainly cancelled. Well, think again. Well, okay. As I said yesterday, on the face of it, this is actually a good idea. You need a focal point to wrap the brand around. You just chosen a focal point that nobody likes, and you would understand that had you actually had any consulted fandom in any meaningful way, right? Doctor Magazine, Eastside, blah blah. We talked about this yesterday. The overriding narrative is written by Esme Gikami Pearson, and look, I haven't read her work, and I could obviously be wrong. I mean, obviously be wrong. She seems like the epitome of a diversity hire. I don't think she would be published if she wasn't black and queer. And again, I haven't read her work. I might be 100% wrong. I'm not going to pretend that, but I'm probably not. Although I was wrong about Fantastic Four, so I don't think I am. And it's tying into the unit stuff. Oh God, everything connected to this era has been a dud, right? Honestly, what I would have done is this is what I would do to revamp Doctor Who. When there's no show on the air, you got to do Shadows of the Empire, essentially, which was Star Wars doing a movie without doing a movie, which was and they had the comic book adaptation, they had the novel, had toys, that sort of thing. I think they should do a Paul McGann season. And honestly, the best bet, you can go two ways. You can either have Paul McGann doing a dramatic live reading on YouTube, and then you can, let's say you pay him to do 6 weeks worth, right? And each week he does a live recording of like a 1 hour story. Oh yeah, like the one they did around Christmas time. Right, and again, make that a live event. Stream it on YouTube, on iPlayer, for that matter, on Facebook, on TikTok, everywhere. But and I think it would probably do well. Again, the live nature of it would really help it. And then you can sell that season as a box set. And then you can have expanded stories around it with the comic book stories set in that within that story. You can have novels. You can have toys. Anyway, you probably couldn't afford to do the toys now, sadly, because there's not enough of an audience. But you see, look, when we went into the first wilderness years, we were in a much stronger position because we had a focal point of Doctor Who, which was the New Adventures, right? And that really was a focal point of Doctor Who went in from 1990 onwards. Right, we had a couple of things like the John Pertwee radio stories, but like really the forward-moving Doctor Who was the New Adventures. So it's just such a dumb idea as well. Second break, strange alien artifacts begin appearing inside the Black Archive. Each object unmistakably linked to a different generational Doctor, but has been tampered with. I'm so not interested in any of these things. This sounds like a dumb setup for a mediocre game, right? If you look at it, again, this is before they made it into a TV show and destroyed it. But if you look at something like The Last of Us, which was a really good video game, right? A really, really good, strong video game. And the reason it was a good, strong video game because it had a good story. The story was centered, right? And it wasn't a story designed to be able to give you playable levels. That's what this seems like, right? It seems like very plug and play, that anybody can plug things into this. And I think it belies that, what's her name again? Esme Kami Pearson is deeply inexperienced and is a diversity hire, frankly. Although, look, in all fairness, Time Lord Victorious was a complete failure, wasn't it? And that was scripted by, who was it, Steve Cole, maybe? I can't remember. It was a good script writer, right? And it was a complete failure. Seniors have options, repair the damage and restore the timeline. The objects must be returned to the exact moment they were taken from. Why? If not, the Doctor's adventures and the universe itself could unravel. Solve the mystery. Unit calls on a little-known incarnation of the Time Lord. The future. How do they know about her? Who cares? Okay, whatever. So yeah, the same. Oh, there's no really no. But again, it blows my mind, right? Like how swing and a miss, right? How do you get so close and then you utterly fail, right? Weaponizing the sound of killing long range series. Ever read that one? Mark Gattis said this. When was this? Well, about a week or so ago. Back in June, we shared a 4-step plan to get Doctor Who back on track. I remember that, actually. And the opening war of the long run series to a new generation of viewers. One point of stressing that was maybe you should consider a hard reboot, much like we're seeing with Marvel and MCU. No, we're not seeing a hard reboot on MCU, Star Wars, and Star Trek. No, we would love to, but we're not. It's, I mean, like, is Star Wars a hard reboot? It's fantastic. I mean, it's not a hard reboot. They just fired all the woke producers, and they're able to make good movies again, I guess. We're up to treating canon as gospel can be as deadly as a deadly combination. No, not treating it as, you should treat it as gospel. You shouldn't lean on it so much, right? You could say the War Doctor fits perfectly into, and it does, right? I think it genuinely does. Good for that. Where are we up to? Universes want to bring aboard a younger generation of fans. Okay, here's the thing. You can only bring aboard a new generation of fans by being true to what the franchise is, right? You can't reinvent the franchise for a younger generation. No, there will always be people who like Doctor Who. There will always be people who are cleverer than most other people, right? That's always going to happen. That's never not going to happen. But you're not going to get and that's people who feel like they're on the outside somewhat. They're not part of mainstream society to a one degree or other, who like science fiction, who like thinking out the box. There is a demographic that like Doctor Who, and they will always like. Same with the demographic that like Star Trek, right? But you've got to make it Star Trek. You've got to make it Doctor Who, right? To bring that new generation in. I think they should. Well, I told you my idea. Do live readings, or they could animate Paul McGann's and Sheridan Smith's season really quite inexpensively, right? I hate to tell you, really inexpensively. And they should do that. They really should do that. But so you're not seeing a hard reboot with MCU, Star Wars, or Star Trek. You're seeing the shed woke, right? And you're seeing shed woke because nobody ever liked it, even when they pretended to. Woke was always shit, right? And the reason woke always needed tons of nostalgia to wrap itself around was because because it wasn't authentically Doctor Who or Star Trek, Star Wars, and so you had to like cloak yourself in all like the iconography of whatever the franchise is. That's why they went for the Tom Baker logo. That's why they kept bringing back Sutek and Omega, and then they changed them completely, and nobody could recognize them, and nobody cared about them. Right? It's a dumb idea, but they needed to do that to legitimize themselves as Doctor. That's why they keep calling Shooting Out with the 15th Doctor, not the Doctor, because he was never the Doctor. To start to bring on board young audience, you can't have Doctor Who sneeze in 2025 without thousands of folks on social media pointing out that sneeze and contradicts. No, you're gaslighting and talking bullshit. People they didn't say Patrick Troughton never sneezed in the time lock. No. People did say Doctor Who isn't interested in sucking cock, right? And that wasn't his major goal in life, right? Which this Doctor was. Do you see the difference? Do you see the difference? Again, Doctor Who not obsessed with sucking dick, right? Doctor Who sneezing. Most people can get over the sneezing, right? Not most people can get over Doctor Who bent over their ridiculously large console being fucked in the ass by Rogue. There's a massive difference, right? And the difference with this era Doctor Who was inherently sexual because it was queer, right? With lots of queer in jokes. Oh, I've been snowman, right? It was so incredibly indulgent, self-indulgent, and that's why it failed. Because queer people represent less than 3% of the population. It's certainly not all the gay people. It was better back in my day. Factor, that's not the you're gaslighting like crazy. Generally, sees what they grew up with as great and writes off everything else that's not as good. Not at all. I'm sorry. I like Doctor Who 2005 to 2017, right? And I think it was qualitatively different from the 63 to 89. And I still think it's very authentically Doctor Who, right? It was again when it went woke. Like it's not hard to work out. So a hard reboot will give the show a chance to start forging its own path and moving forward. I do agree with that, but separating it from its roots is a real big mistake, right? My solution would always be do a reboot, like a reboot universe, and then as the first and second season goes on, he gets hints of his former life, right? A former universe, which we know, which goes from William Hartnell up to Capaldi. Everything else is fanfic, essentially, which I would explain in universe. We're not saying to wipe the slate clean that came before, but there's a lot of creative folks out there who can find a way to bundle up nicely together and pull it off out of sight, out of mind. Well, that's what we thought they were going to do with the Jodie era when Rusty Davis came in, right? That's really what we all thought, and how wrong we were. There are two great from there. We get two episode special resolving Billie Piper. No, she's going to be resolved in the first scene as she runs around the TARDIS, flicks on switches, and then she's going to regenerate into who she really is. There's nothing but a single or two episode adventures that live up to possibilities. This is a stupid idea by relatively stupid people. So Mark Gatiss, he feels like they validated them, right? Okay, whatever. Doctor Who's presence at Comic-Con, somewhat pathetic, I would say. We got, is this Omega? Is this the Omega costume? I don't know. Or was this from a Capaldi episode? I think it was, actually. I really can't remember. Well, that looks good. Maybe you didn't want to have the eyes being cross-eyed, but okay, whatever. That's certainly from a Capaldi episode, isn't it? Isn't that from Oxygen? I think so. And tell you, the Ata's Omega costume looks freaking awesome here. Oh, it's a shame they didn't go with something more of a recreation of that, right? Let's have a look at... hang on. Pull off the screen for a second. Let's see if BBC Doctor Who. BBC. Yep, press wrong. Doctor Who. Let's see if they got more of the San Diego bullcrap. What am I looking for? Doink. Share screen. Oh, circuit breakers. I look at it and go, really? Really? Why? Yeah, this Black Archive stuff, it doesn't really work, does it? It really doesn't really work at all. The pop-up experience, I think we've looked at this already. So it's basically exactly the same as the pop-up experience they had last year. And I tell you, they must be gutted that they're not using this TARDIS anymore, because none of that works, does it? So you step inside, and there's different objects. It just seems so lame. It really does sound so lame. It's like, and it's like, that's one thing Doctor Who should never be, is lame. And it is. Doctor Who, just, news and features. Let's see what they have to say. Codebreaker, join unit now. No. Who are the organization unit? TV news. Should we go the final farewells? Okay, no, piss off. Okay, we're not interested in any of this stuff. None of that stuff. The Black Archive. What's this? Oh yeah, fine. Enter the Black Archive. Is this at Comic-Con? I think it might be, actually. Yeah, 1 second. Let me download this video. Let's download this video and we will investigate. Oh, it's not working. Did this site fly? Oh, no, now it's working. Twink. Here we go. Save video. And I really don't like the unit logo at all. I mean, it's like most BBC things, bland and dull. Share screen.
Unit has arrived in San Diego, and the Black Archive is open.
Previously hidden from the public eye, the archive is home to the alien and the odd.
You couldn't get an English person to do this, really?
Remnants left behind by unearthly visitors.
Well, there's no English actors, jobbing actors in on the West Coast that you could find. Is that handled? I mean, again, that stuff I find pretty cool.
So now yours to discover.
Wait, what's that? Hang on. I wonder what that is. Bit of Sill. Oh man, do you remember when there were good monsters like the Silence?
New recruits are encouraged to explore the Black Archive and see what can be learned from distant cultures and civilizations.
Again, it's like this. What we're looking at here does not represent fandom. I'm sorry, right? Or maybe it's a fair representation of what's left of fandom, but they're going to be gone soon.
And civilizations.
I'm surprised they're allowed to use the word Black Archive, says Archconnor. You know what? You're right. Yeah.
Also take on missions critical to the survival of UNIT in the modern world. It is imperative that UNIT continues its work in the face of forces that would be glad to see its downfall. Time has never been more pressing.
You genuinely couldn't get any English actors? Really?
Work for UNIT. Defend the Earth. Decide your future and touch the stars. UNIT needs you.
Yeah, UNIT needs bloody help, mate. I'm saying to tell you. It's a shit show. It's a shit show. We got another one? Oh no, UNIT. This is just UNIT stuff. Black Archive. Yeah, who cares? I tell you, I look at I look at this merch they're selling. I just scratch my head and go, what? How? Like it's not that it's so bad. It's so expensive. Like it's crazily expensive. I'm not paying 35 notes for a reasonably shitty t-shirt, right? I mean, that one's okay, but I'm not spending £51. Fuck me. You get a hand job for that. £51. I bet you could get a hand job for that. £20 for that tote bag. £32 for a crossbody bag. Whatever that is. And is that AI, you think? Like, why is it like how much is XXL? Oh, it's still only £25. Okay. Plus shipping, of course, right? Plus shipping. Fuck off with your rainbows, right? Which is something I noticed Star Trek have done. They're like, oh yeah, the rainbow thing totally over, right? Totally over. Is there anything else here on Radio Times? Recommending spin-off. President Curtis announced Brooklyn 99 and Community Star. I don't know. Okay. Breaking Bad creators genre-bending mysterious show confirms release date and New York trailer. Oh, okay. Yeah, the storytelling experience for Unit Adventures. Oh, this is all bad, right? This is all bad. Bad news, mate. But meanwhile, the shill norming media have started to notice Doctor Who. The future of Doctor Who remains murky. No, it's not murky at all. It's cancelled, right? It is cancelled. It's done. Gone, kaput, vanished. Not seeing it again. I mean, I think it's going to come back. But I like, who knows when, right? Genuinely, you know, who knows when. Fine, but is Doctor Who the worst state than Star Trek? I know, because I was very, optimistic about Star Trek yesterday, and then they dropped the trailer for Strange New Worlds, not Strange New Worlds, for Starfleet Academy, which is in of itself a terrible idea, right? A genuinely terrible idea. Just decided by Tuesday stream, I'm going to do a review of Big Finish over the last 10 years, like a guide to Big Finish over the last 10 years, because people have been asking me for that. I think that's going to be Tuesday stream. Hang on, I'm just going back through all the many Star Trek articles. There was one thing actually that seemed really good, which was the Khan podcast. Starfleet here. Okay, so let's start off with the trailer for Starfleet Academy that was revealed yesterday. Oy vey. Gird yourself. It's really bad. It's really bad. Where is it? Oh, here we go.
And so, we begin.
I mean, okay, firstly, and so we begin is a really boring, dumb way to introduce your show, right? This cityscape looks reasonably Star Trek-y, right? I will give it. I want to give him credit whenever there's credit due. Not much credit due.
I'm Captain Nala Ake, Chancellor of Starfleet Academy.
Now, I like Holly Hunter, generally speaking. Is this the Discovery set? It kind of looks like it to me. Okay, right now, it looks like it might not be awful.
We're all the first Academy class to return to our campus in San Francisco after more than 120 years.
Because the bird. James T. Kirk Pavilion. I mean, like, so many little member bearers in there. So many. You think it's ripping on Babylon 5? Starfleet? No, I think it's more like Starfleet 90210.
Some of you are here for your families.
They're like desperate to name drop, you know. Again, legacy classic series stuff. Why? Because it probably woke shit, right? I hope this gets Batgirl. I hope. Oh, hello, Lola. Hello. Yeah, Lola came to say hello.
Yeah.
My daughter's here. Hello, Lola.
You know, I came home tonight.
Why'd you come home tonight?
2 reasons.
2 reasons.
One, I put up the oven. I was going to make something.
Okay.
I don't know what was in there.
Which oven?
In my apartment.
Oh.
I didn't want to know. I was like, okay, thank you very much.
Okay, I'm gone.
Second of all, I don't know if I could say it here. I don't know.
What?
I don't care, but like, I don't know if you would care if I say it.
Go for it. Now everybody wants to know. You build it up. You build it up there. You got to say
build it up, but just like
you did build it up.
My roommate did offer to be more than friends, and
oh, really? Oh, like maybe he wants to bathe first. I don't know.
No, not that one. The other one.
Oh,
the other one that thinks he's hot, but he's not hot.
He's not hot.
It's him and Wars.
Is he hot?
No,
he is not.
He's not. That's the issue. But and I was like, well, thank you very much.
Okay, check please. I guess I'll go to my caravan now.
I literally came in my pajamas.
Okay.
And,
what's the new pajamas? Cherries?
Cherries.
Okay, darling. You know what cherry means?
I'm going to sleep, and that's it.
Well, thank you for dropping by.
To do my laundry that I left you.
Yeah, she left me a freaking laundry. Didn't even ask me to do it, right? Did you leave your shoes outside the door as well? I And schmuck that I am, I've done it. It's in the washing machine. I'll put it in the dry tomorrow.
Okay, thank you. So yeah, good night to all.
Good night to all. Thanks for stopping by. Daughter of another planet. Oh, if only. If only. It's very much this planet. Anyway, that was such a welcome break to this trailer for Star Trek Academy. Like, really?
Some for yourselves. Together, you are the best and the bright.
Wait. Together, you're the best and the brightest, right? And then they show that troglodyte. Really? No, she's not the best and the brightest. I'm sorry. Those who can do. Those who can't do, teach. Those who can't do anything is this person here, right? They are, please. She should have failed the entrance exam straight away.
Brightest from across the galaxy.
And of course, Klingon. Oh, look at us again! I get that she's front and center. Oh, God, there is nothing resembling Star Trek in this whatsoever, right?
Tapestry that is Starfleet.
Please, Batgirl it. Please, Batgirl this. This will damage your franchise.
You will learn the skills that shaped our greatest officers. Like them, we'll ask you to give more of yourself.
Okay, again, member berry, and a shit costume. I'm assuming he's a hologram.
Thing you knew you had. To dream without limitations.
Well, I think you're limited by not being Star Trek.
Whatever challenges came before today led you to this moment.
Oh, the fate of Benjamin Sisko, emissary of the Prophet. What is the fate? Does he die? Do he die in the fire caves of? Oh, did he die in the fire caves of Major? Did he live in the Celestial Temple? Member berry.
You here now.
What the fuck's that? Is that a Klingon?
Now.
Fuck me, that's embarrassing. Is that the fat chick? Of course, we're going to get Tilly's going to show up in this.
You weave together the future.
Of course, Tig Notaro.
So go out and see.
Okay, that is dumb, right? It's of course it's a very, very popular in woke science fiction. Fat, angry black woman. I mean, I guess she's dressed up as a. There were no female Jem'Hadar. Wait a minute. They were all genetically engineered, and they were addicted to Ketracel White. Goodness sake! And now you got a female one. I don't think we ever saw a female Jem'Hadar. I don't think there are female Jem'Hadar. But I think it's supposed to be a Jem'Hadar Klingon hybrid.
Explore. Boldly go where no one has gone before.
Oh, yeah. Why don't you use that line? No, I didn't see that coming. Fuck me, darling. I mean, listen, everyone's got to get a paycheck, but mate, this is a bit. Honestly, isn't giving hand jobs in a back room of a Turkish massage parlor better than this?
It is my great
Oh god, they got fireworks.
honor to welcome you all to Starfleet Academy.
Yeah, you're not going to welcome anybody to Starfleet Academy. This looks shit. Early 20s, please, no. JJ. Okay, you did good by Star Trek once before. I mean, listen, Into Darkness was shite, and Star Trek Beyond, it was a valiant attempt to correct the ship. Just didn't work at all. And look, it's worth pointing out, this is the sequel series to Star Trek Discovery. Starfleet Academy. It's so lazy. Like, how do you get any lazier? Race Swap Tilly, says Matthew Pounder. No, Tilly's in it too. Oh God, I hate that. So what's he supposed to be? Paul Giamatti? it actually got worse as it went along. That was genuinely painful. Right? Robert Burnett posted this and says, this is everything wrong in Star Trek in one picture. Let me pull this out. Oh, God, that looks bad. I mean, really, it looks shockingly bad. And again, now that we're just a minute, that's the Strange New Worlds starship set, says P.D. Richard. I think if you notice it, probably right. So you got, okay, a bunch of people who look like they got nothing whatsoever to do with Star Trek, dressed up in non-Star Trek-y uniforms, looking up in awe and wonder at the member bearers. And look, member berry after member berry, Commander Janice Rand, Lieutenant Tom Paris. He didn't get higher than Lieutenant. Captain William T. Riker, Lieutenant Sato. I mean, like, this is just rad. Malcolm Tucker, Deanna Troy, Data, Julian Bashir, Harry Kim. Who else? Alonzo Freeman. These sound like people who actually worked on the show. Adam Safta Landu, Captain Nina Dutt. Yeah, again, self-indulgent member berry. Lieutenant Junior, you think? I don't know. Lieutenant General? I don't know. Wesley Crusher? Please. Lieutenant Nog? No, Nog was a fucking captain. Nog was a fucking captain. You need to go and watch. It's on YouTube. I think somebody mentioned in the chat what they left behind. That's great. One of the best documentaries I've ever seen. Right, where they got the writers' room together to break down an episode of the first season in season 8 or 9 of Deep Space Nine. Admiral McCoy, again, member berry. Legitimize me. Samantha Wildman, really? Spock, Natasha Yar, Commander Christine Chappell. Oh, Captain Demora. Oh, that's Sulu's daughter. Admiral Beverly Crusher. Really? She's an admiral? Again, this is just shit fan fiction. It's embarrassing, right? It's genuinely embarrassing. Oh, I don't want to tell you. But that being said, though, I mean, like, here's the weird thing. That Strange New Worlds is really working hard not to be woke. I mean, really bizarrely working hard not to be woke, right? Which kind of surprises me, frankly. Right? I if it's working hard not to be woke, and I think it's succeeding, quite frankly. I mean, like, why are they doing this? I don't know. I think they're probably the chicken with the head cut off. Star Trek panel reveals another Kurtzman-led disaster in Starfleet Academy. Yes, read this article. Share screen. Paris ended up being captain, says Jonathan Cox. That started with is major cringe. Yeah, major. That should be named the character. Star Trek had been dead since J.J. Abrams rebooted. The first movie was very entertaining. Genuine. I just wish they did better on the second movie. I think that's where Kurtzman came in a little bit too much. So, Strange New Worlds, new audio drama running called Khan. That sounded really good. That's got the guy from Lost in it playing Khan. Things look big for the thanks to Alex Kurtzman and company doubling down on everything that hurt Star Trek so far. Very, very correct. I guess claim my free post or what? What? I gotta unlock this story, please. Really? No. Frankly, no. Updates over. Maybe it's over here. I'll try Bleeding Core. Bleeding Core is a write-up, I'm sure. Bleeding Core. Looking TV. I just search for Star Trek. Star Trekking across the universe. And they filled it with, like, you know, high-level talent as well. So I just go there. When I click on Star Trek, it should take me to the Can't Look Good, Strange New World, Millicent Navarro season 3 Changes Ortega. That made her actually a good character. Oh, they haven't written this up yet. Okay. Hang on. Sorry, what do I have here? No, not that one. Not that one. Here, we'll go for this one then. We were tantalized on Friday at the set images from Entertainment Weekly, the first teaser, and then we got the first teaser. Let's have a look at the. Do we have those images over here? Okay, this is the death knell of Star Trek. This lady here, right? Absolutely ridiculous, right? Now Peter Rich was saying this looks like the set for Strange New Worlds. It could be. It actually looks more like the set to Discovery to me, or to the what's it called, the ship in Picard. Oh, Captain, my Captain. Tig Notaro, Robert Picardo. Like, what species is he supposed to be? And don't get me wrong, I like Paul Giamatti a lot. He's a very, very good actor. But, like, this looks garbage. Especially this character here. Oh, my God. Let me see if she's a overweight black woman. I'm going to make a guess. She probably is. Oh, what a shock! Oh, she's not that overweight, though. The suit must add on some power. Although she is clearly queer, right? What is she? A stand-up comedian? Yeah, an older black woman. Regina Odeobela is a British comedian, actress, and writer. Has made numerous appearances in British TV and American sitcom, the so-called American sitcom Bob Hertz's Show. I have no idea if she. Well, that's not a name, is it? Or maybe it's a Regina, or it's Gina Yashir, I guess. As a trailer okay, first, so we begin. Says Holly Hunter in a character of Georgian drawl. As the trailer opens, Hunter provides a voiceover throughout, and it's just on the nose, clunky dialogue. The Oscar-winning actress will be playing Nahla 8, captain of the USS Athena, and Chancellor of Starfleet Academy. You know, maybe she just had one job. As the trailer progresses, I wanted to vomit. As the trailer progresses, we are treated to some rather spectacular shots of both the interior and the exterior of the Athena. Main starship, integral part of the Starfleet Academy campus, according to StarTrek.com. This is the first time we've seen inside a 32nd century starship, full stop. I don't care. And one of the things about Captain A is she's a half Lathanite like Pelia from Strange New Worlds. Who's Pelia from Strange New Worlds? Now I want to. No. Oh God, no. Oh, really? Fine. What else? So she's okay. Fine. Immediately, we're back in Starfleet after 120 years. The shuttle flies on the Golden Gate Bridge, leaving its wake water below. The trailer moves from shot to shot to a port at night. That's the only bit that looks like Star Trek to me. Gave us a face that we found out who's starring in it last year. Don't really care. By the 32nd century, the Academy is emboldened by nearly a millennia of history, minus the gap after the burn. And countless legends have walked the halls. All these legends, the Doctor is still around in a new uniform in live action once more. I don't care. Later, another legend from the set. Remember Barry. Oh, here comes Tilly. Joining the Taro is British actor, comedian Gina Yashir, who we know will be playing Commander Laura Thok, a Klingon Jem'Hadar hybrid, both cadet master and first officer to oh fuck mate, this is getting worse and worse by the second. See, I couldn't tell we stopped talking about Star Trek when I saw that picture. I'm like, oh, how's that fit into Star Trek? Not at all. How's any of this fit into Star Trek? But weirdly, I'm telling you, Strange New Worlds Season 3 has not been woke. I don't understand it. And it's been markedly better than Season 2. Has it been good? There's no, of the 3 episodes I've seen so far, there's none I will say I would like to watch again. Right? Yeah, none at all. You know, fine. We got more Star Trek stuff to look at. I think I'll leave that till Tuesday. Right? I'll leave that till Tuesday when we do our Big Finish show. Big Finish in the era of woke. I think we'll do that. It sounds really good. So I got Peacemaker to look at and the Strange. Yeah, okay. Oh, well, let's look at this before we go. This is a teaser trailer for Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 4, and it looks bad news because it looks like they're just out of ideas and ripping off other people at this point. So I guess they get turned into puppets for an episode. It was good in Angel, but like it's done now.
Hit it.
Oh, and their plan is to go right up to Kirk's Enterprise. Archer Connor says, if I recall correctly, the only reason Starfleet Academy exists is because of the disgracefully flew 1,000 years into the future. To keep a suit safe, then self-destructed. Well, that's pretty much correct, right? The Academy is recovering after Discovery. See, Kurtzman can't even get his own canon right. I know. But that being said, again, the Khan show sounds really good, right? That sounds like really, really well put together. And Robert Burnett really does say that's excellent. He was right about Picard Season 3, right? Why are they all fat, says Matthew Pounder? Because all the people writing it are fat and they want to feel good about themselves, right? It needs to be shoved out. And it looks at PD Rich, and PD Rich is so correct. Oh my God, PD Rich is so correct. Please, I beg you, Batgirl this and Batgirl this now for the good to safeguard your investment. Really, genuinely. PD Rich says, Jem'Hadar that made in tanks. Exactly. With that, I was actually a lot. So I could keep going, but this is just like worn me out too much, right? It's just like I can't. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to hit the end broadcast, but I'm going to hit it again. Say good night.